This is apparently when people are able to fucking hear me talk, I'm talking too loudly. But but however, when I lower the volume of my voice, apparently nobody can hear me at that point. Oh, come the fuck on. You have got. There's no way. That is not possible. I don't believe that. It has not been assigned. Is that the answer? Yes, I'm working on my enunciation. Hopefully, I won't get arrested for talking too loudly. Oh, come the fuck on. Oh, hell no. She just wants to talk, apparently. I guess. Well, then you should request which underwriter you would like to work with, lady. Okay? Well, I'm not gonna be. The moral of the story is don't finish your fucking work ever in fucking life. What in the fuck? Supposed to be angry at all times. That is the moral of the fucking story. When you go to work every day, your job is supposed to make you furious. I'm starting to believe that's a fact. Yeah, I'm definitely not, Jesus. Never mind. Warm beer. If I ever have a fucking reality TV show, I'm probably not even gonna be on camera most of the fucking time because I'm gonna keep getting distracted by shit. You never gonna be. How the fuck am I ever gonna be a fucking reality TV star? Because the way you sound is more important than your words. So I get it now. I get it now. The way I sound is more important than what in the fuck I'm actually saying. Words don't mean anything. What matters is the sound that they make. Fuck. And somehow, if I continue to speak at this volume, one of my neighbors is going to complain about the sound and say that I am being too loud. So that's why I don't enunciate. On the one hand, you have a motherfucker will come up to me and we'll be talking and they'll say, I can't hear you. And then when I speak louder, they say, stop yelling at me. I can already tell I'm being too loud. No, I've had the police called on me for speaking at this volume. I'm not lying at all. I am not lying. I'm telling the fucking truth right now. When I speak at this volume, motherfuckers call the cops on me for disturbing the peace. So, you're just not gonna understand what I'm saying. Oh well, she just asked me for some shit that. What is. So, the name of my show is called Eavesdroppers. Yes, there are going to be a lot of these videos. And yes, I'm probably gonna get the cops called on me by my fucking neighbors because I'm speaking at a volume that can be heard by a fucking person. What the fuck? So, I will let them call the police on me because I need to be heard. Because I'm trying. I don't need to explain myself. All right? All right. I already know. No, I'm not even fucking yelling. Yes, because this is the volume that you have to speak at in order to be heard by a fucking cell phone microphone. And yes, this is the volume that I was speaking at when they called the fucking cops on me. How insane is that? Jesus. Why? Like, seriously, why? Why? I have to sit here and work on the same thing. I'm not allowed to finish my work. I have 1 week to finish everything. Apparently, everybody has to complete their work at the same time. I'm not allowed to finish my work before Johnny. Okay, so Johnny is apparently not finishing his work on time. And since I'm black, I have to finish my work later than Johnny. This is going to YouTube. I don't care. Literally, I have had the police called on me for speaking at this volume, for enunciating. I've been arrested before for enunciating. I'm not lying. Literally. No, gone to jail. And they had to let me go because they couldn't charge me with anything. They were like, yeah, we can't let him go. No, attacked by the fucking police for enunciating. There are times, I'm not even gonna lie to you, there are times where like I have PTSD and I'll be sitting somewhere and because I haven't been arrested in a long time since the whole George Floyd situation. So I have PTSD. Like sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, I usually get arrested right about now. Like, what is going on? So I'm like, and I'll be looking at the police. They'd be like, we're supposed to arrest him. We're not going into that right now. Jesus. It's on Facebook, but these probably would not be deleted. So, oh fucking well. Yes, I've been wrongfully arrested several times. Mostly for enunciating. I don't know. I've been kicked out of places for enunciating. So if you can't hear me when I'm talking, that's probably why. I don't know. I don't even want to go into it. I mean, we can talk about it. I think human beings. I'm not gonna talk about humanity right now because, well, see, you probably can't hear me. You probably can't even hear me right now. But if I talk to where you can hear me, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna freak out and they'll be like, "Stop yelling at me!" Not fucking yelling at you. You just said you couldn't hear me, motherfucker. I couldn't hear. I can't even hear. Like on the video, I couldn't hear myself well either. So I don't know. I don't know. All I know is this is just bullshit. What the fuck is musculoskeletal? What is up with this musculoskeletal shit? They don't even have it in words on the shit that she just asked for. I'm like, where? Are you fucking kidding me? My name, oh, they added my name. No, they did. They pulled a fast one on me, didn't they? They did, didn't they? Wow. It hasn't been a. It hasn't been a. If she says that shit's due in August, I'm going to tell her it's not getting done. This type of shit that I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's more important than climate change. This shit. Bumblefuckedness. Ridiculousness. That's more important than climate change. Doing ridiculous shit is more important than climate change. Making sure, hiding shit. There are two lists. They have two different assignment lists, right? They sent out this thing. They said, I even have to send out assignment sheets. It's impossible to do because there's no answer to anything. There are two separate lists. One is the master list, which is ambiguous, so it's like we don't know. We can argue about whether it was assigned or not. And then there's the shit that they send to each individual. The shit that they sent to me as an individual does not have this assigned to me on it. Unless I'm blind, which I don't think I am. Let's see. Nope, it's not on there. Then there's another list where they said we can update it randomly without notifying you. It's not gonna get done then. Essentially saying we can assign you some shit without telling you that you've been assigned something. Fire me, motherfucker. I don't care. I don't care. Fire me. I don't care. I'm gonna get fired for being for doing my job properly and not making enough mistakes. That will be the reason I get fired. Because I did not make enough mistakes to fit the narrative of the status quo. Yes, they try to agitate you to the point where you just stop fucking working. It's like, fine, I will stop working. They have actual fucking code words. In health insurance, designed to make 0 sense. So that when you go in and you're like, oh, this is this, it changes. So it'll never make sense. Health insurance will never make sense. The insurance is to make sure that it never makes any fucking sense. They have people who work there that are apparently tasked with making sure that it doesn't make any fucking sense. We have been able to provide free health care in the United States since 2020. Yes, we have. One or two things is going on. Either A, there's another dimension where people speak a completely different language and it ain't English, but it looks and sounds like English. Or B, all right, well, we're just gonna talk about it. Okay, so there's a theory that that Themyscira is real. Okay, there's a place called Themyscira where Wonder Woman is from. Okay, apparently Themyscira is a real place, and in Themyscira, they don't use a dictionary; they use a uterusinary. Uterusinary. Okay, as in if you don't have a uterus, you're not gonna know what the fuck they're saying. It's going to sound like English. It's going to sound like Spanish. It's going to sound like Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Swahili, whatever the fuck. It's going to sound like it, but it's not going to be the same language. That's my only theory from here. Because I've been looking into different languages and there are consistencies that I no longer pay attention to when certain things occur, and they occur consistently in health insurance. These women are not normal women. They are speaking a different language, and it ain't English. I mean, it's English, but that's not what she's talking about. That's why health insurance will never make sense unless you have a uterus, and then you'll understand what the fuck she's talking about. Or you're not going to understand what she's talking about, but you're going to pick up on bits and pieces, and then you're going to be like, oh, she's Themysciran. Apparently, that's a thing. That's the only theory I can come up with this shit. Because only the women I work in health insurance, only the women at my job seem to know what the fuck this shit means. The males walk in, they're just like, oh yeah, the answer's, yeah, this is it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, dominance. That's the answer. 1,000% of the time. 1,000% of the time. So, yeah, I don't know. I know one thing that is very consistent. You have to make multiple copies. Multiply. That's the only hint that I have. I'm like, well, women make babies. Multiplication. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, a lot of data, a lot of complexity. It's very complicated. It's not condensed and compressed into some shit that you can fucking understand. the only hint I have. And I'm like, there's something. No, the women at my job, and oh, like just. And then the guys are like, no, the answer's musculoskeletal. Mm-hmm. And that's what happens constantly. So, I think Themyscira may be a real place. I really do. I think it might be a real fucking place. This is insane. No, like they'll show you something and then it'll be hidden. They'll hide it. And it'll be like not encrypted, but like behind like a shit storm of data. Like just a shit ton of files and just words and documents that have just redundancies and multiple versions of the same shit with small changes in them. It's like walking through the matrix code, but it's like impossible. It's impossible. It is. And then sometimes that shit will lock. And it'll be like, I can't do shit. And that's where I am right now. I can't do shit. And then you have to talk to so-and-so on the phone about it. And you have to be nice. So I'm going to send her this, and I'm going to be like, lady, I don't know what the fuck you're really talking about, and we just will never understand each other. That's what is going on here. Nah, because, like, there are, like, real consistencies in the speech patterns. I'm not talking about what I call mainland women. I'm talking about Themyscirans, like Wonder Woman and them. They don't speak English. So in the next Marvel movie, they need to delve into that. Wonder Woman doesn't speak English. She's speaking Themyscira. They have to have that part where it's like a disconnect, where you're talking to her and she's like saying something, but it sounds like she's like, oh, look, there's a pencil on the floor. She says, oh, look, there's a pencil on the floor. And you look and there's no pencil on the floor. And you're like, no, there's not. And as opposed to her arguing with you about it, she says something completely, oh, Lord, what is she about to say? Oh, okay. Like you say, every night a broke clock is right twice a day. That's about the only time them shits line up with anything. This shit is mind-boggling. Health insurance ain't never gonna make sense, and I think that's why. That's my conspiracy theory, and I'm sticking with it. No, there's no way anybody can be like, oh, this makes sense to me. It doesn't. It continuously doesn't. It hasn't been. This be the bullshit. They be wanting shit immediately. They just want to trap you and make sure that you can't do your job. That's what it is. They just want to make sure. Like I experienced this shit with a motherfucker that called in, talking about, oh, why can't you help me? You can't help me. I'm like, I used to work as a customer service and shit. in health insurance. And motherfuckers would call in asking for shit that I did not have the answer to. And if you gave them an answer, they would get upset until they found something you did not have the answer to. And then they would be happy. That's how ridiculous this shit is. It shouldn't be all that shit on a fucking assignment sheet. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 fucking columns. On a motherfucking assignment sheet. Where we really only need 3 things. And it's deliberate. Shit is depressing as hell. Fine, I will stop working. So anyway, I'm not gonna do any. See, when shit like that happens, I'm not doing shit else for the rest of the fucking day. Then we're gonna go back to CVOS and talk about this sustainability design, and then work on enunciating. So I don't want to talk about smart street lights right now because it's giving me a headache. We have a hydroponics facility. Sustainable food, closed loop, zero waste, hydroponics hub, facility status operational. This month, produce harvested 18,432 kilograms. Meals produced 73,728. Water recycled 1,245,000 liters. Energy used 28,450 kilowatts. I swear to Goddess, if my neighbor calls the cops on me, I'm going to jail. Automated systems, precision growing, labor efficient. LED grow lighting, optimized spectrum, low energy. Closed loop irrigation, purified water, nutrient recovery. Vertical grow towers, maximize space and yield. Climate controlled, temperature, humidity, CO2 optimized. Harvest schedule, lettuce, 1,200 kilograms. Tomorrow, 850 kilograms. In 2 days, 600 kilograms. In 3 days, 700 kilograms. Food distribution, I'm not reading all of that. Active crops, lettuce, romaine, day 28 of 35, kale, day 21 of 30, basil, day 18 of 25, spinach, day 16 of 25, and microgreens mix, day 10 of 14. Resource inputs from campus, Water recycled 1,245,000 liters. Nutrients auto dose system. Energy 28,450 kilowatts per month. CO2 for enhanced growth. I don't know what that means. You mean heat? I'm talking about heat. Hey, that it is, just absorbing heat, carbon dioxide from somewhere. I'm not doing any more work for the rest of the day. Heat storage and recovery system. Energy center, power generation, heat recovery, heat storage, Stirling engines, grid export, microgrid. Campus power flow, data center, 10 megawatts. Thermal output, 22.4 megawatts, 100%. Heat recovery, 22.4 megawatts, hot water loop. Heat storage, 10.2 megawatts, charging. Stirling generators, 3.6 megawatts, generating. Campus heating, 6.6 megawatts, in use. Grid export, 1.8 megawatts, exporting. Thermal storage overview, 82% full. So if you don't know what thermal storage is, I'm just showing you that this is the fucking prototype that I'm reading off of. So I can show you this shit. It's a bunch of shit on here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not showing you those. Okay, like this shit. You know what I'm saying? Nope. This shit. It's my favorite one because that's the Stirling engine. There's this shit. It's the Honda Accord. This is what I was reading off of. There's a bunch of this shit on here. This is the University Outreach Program. I was doing it. And this is all that crazy ass planetary shit. I say this is on my fucking Pinterest, but you know, for some reason, the algorithm doesn't give a fuck. So I'm gonna go back to my reality show of me sitting here complaining about why shit is stupid. So I already replied to him about the shit. So about the typo. So fine, I won't do any more work for the rest of the day. I will sit here and drool on myself. Because apparently I'm not supposed to have any cognitive activity going on. Or I broke a rule of the narrative. I don't know. But you're not supposed to be able to hear me, and you're not supposed to, I know that much, you're not supposed to be able to hear me. You're supposed to give you an invitation to gaslight me and say something horrible. I don't know why I don't know what's going on with sound and sound vibrations, or if I just have an inner ear fucking problem. I don't know what it is. I work with somebody who has an inner ear problem. Maybe I have an inner ear problem. That's what it is. So that's what we're gonna stick with. I have an inner ear problem. Yep, that's what it is. Did I make this thing yet? Probably. I don't care. I'm just gonna send it to her. I'm gonna blindfold myself and send this shit. She's gonna be like, she's gonna say something that doesn't make any sense. Yes, they have that fucking shit on there, and no. That shit, we have a built-in monkey wrench that will literally shut shit down. All right, well, now can't nobody do no work. Way to go. Now we just gotta sit here and talk to each other. I'm gonna keep making these videos. I don't care.